All right, what is going on, Ranger fans and hockey fans? Welcome to another playoff prediction edition of 407 Rangers. It is your host, Raymond Tapia. Now, as y'all know, all four of the teams I predicted have won. So, honestly, though, it was an interesting round for each team. The one team I'll probably feel bad for and feel like they were probably very disappointing has to be the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, man, they lost two must win games in the same exact fashion. That was the craziest part about that team. They lost by 5 goals in game five, and then they lost by 5 goals again in game seven. And honestly, even, it's bad when Brad Marchand is starting to feel bad for that team and the fan base. That's how bad it's gotten, guys. The one guy that they hate the most is starting to feel really bad for that team. That's crazy if you ask me. And as y'all know, the Hurricanes, they beat the Capitals a lot more sooner than I expected. They took them to 5 games, so that was interesting to watch. Same with Edmonton and the Vegas Golden Knights. I really thought they were going to go 6-7, but at least Vegas tried because they lost in overtime, unfortunately. But I'm not going to sit here and say that they were dog shit or didn't try. They actually tried to put up a good fight. It's just at the end, the Edmonton Oilers got the last punch of that series. And then, of course, the Winnipeg Jets and the Dallas Stars series, as y'all know, it went exactly as I predicted. It went to 6 games, and then my condolences go to Mark Scheifele, though, because, man, that was very tragic, man. Talk about unfortunate news to find out, because right after game five, he had just found out that his father had passed away. So, game six was probably a very emotional one for the whole team in that locker room. So, condolences go to Mark Scheifele and his whole family, because I know they're dealing with something very rough right now. It's never easy to lose a parent, so I know how it is, because I know a lot of friends that don't have a couple of their parents, because unfortunately, so it's tough. It's definitely tough, and hopefully things get better, and Mark Scheifele can definitely, get better next season from this as well. Use this as like a reason to get better next season. But like I said, my prayers go to him, and I hope he can definitely like go get through this and take it strongly. So, and then of course you had the Maple Leafs and the Panthers. They went 7 games, surprisingly. Now the crazy part about the Toronto Maple Leafs, the way they were playing in this series, you would actually have thought they might have a chance to beat the Panthers. It's just the problem is when the pressure is on, these guys don't know how to, I guess, finish or execute the games properly. I mean, game seven was ridiculous. I was watching the game and I was like, man, the whole first period, I'm like, wow, Toronto has not even gotten not one chance to bring the puck down to the net. The whole time, if you seen like the first 10 minutes of that game, it seemed like the Florida Panthers was just running circles on the Maple Leafs, even though they were somehow keeping up with them. Maple Leafs just started getting dominated in the second and third period right after, but the Panthers showed they can turn the switch on when they need to. So I gotta give credit to the Panthers. They definitely finished the job when they needed to. I guess Paul Maurice saves the energy for when it's needed, but his coaching is pretty smart, so I'll give him credit for that. But of course, now we have to do the third round predictions. You now have the Carolina Hurricanes and the Florida Panthers playing for the Eastern Conference. And of course, you have the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers now playing for the Western Conference. Sorry, guys. Now, this one's going to be tough because even though I got the second round predictions correct, and though some of these teams won a game earlier or so, this was going to be kind of tough because these last four teams are actually really good and they're both balanced. That's why it's going to be tough for me to pick which one I really do believe can advance to the Stanley Cup. Because with the Hurricanes, everybody thinks their play style is boring hockey, but at the same time, their boring style of hockey has been winning them games sooner than expected. So if their boring style of hockey is gonna keep winning them games, I guess it's why Why change it? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if Bourne's style of hockey has got you winning these games, looking like a really good team, why change it? I'm just saying, you never know. The Bourne style of hockey could get them to the Stanley Cup. But I'm not going to sit here and act like the Panthers can't do it either because they definitely have more of the experience. But I could see the Panthers definitely beating the Hurricanes, possibly go 6 games. I won't count the Hurricanes out just yet, though, because I feel like it's going to be an even matchup, even though, like, Florida might be a little more physical and have a little more stacked of a team. You can't argue and say that the Carolina Hurricanes don't have a team that's just as stacked and just as defensively physical. So they're going to be pretty good to watch. Now, as far as the Edmonton Oilers and Dallas Stars, it's going to be tough because even though Edmonton can score a lot of goals, Dallas seems like they have a little bit of everything. They can score goals, they play defense, and Jake Ottinger has been playing he's been playing really good this postseason. So it's going to all come down to the goaltending for the Edmonton Oilers. Because Stuart Skinner is going to have to definitely step up. Because Ottinger is more than likely going to be the better goaltender. So I can see Dallas actually doing the upset and beating Edmonton in Game 6. So we'll see how everything turns out. But I will keep uploading highlights for you guys as well. Because as you can see, it's a lot. But I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to sit here and not continue uploading highlights. This is what the grind is all about when it comes to YouTube. But thank y'all for watching. Hopefully the predictions I predicted turns out like I did in the second round, and make sure y'all keep enjoying the playoffs and enjoy the week.